Hey y'all. So, I think currently the scariest thing on TV is this new season of And Just Like That, which just premiered a few days ago. It's season 3. I don't know why I keep watching this show. There was a time in the old show Sex and the City where Carrie said, "Why do I keep doing this to myself? I must be a masochist." Well, I don't know why I keep doing this to myself. Every season, I keep giving this dumb show a chance, this And Just Like That. And it's just terrible. The writing is horrible. The storylines are strange. And the characters are unlikable. None of it is good. None of it at all. Like, none of it. So I don't know why I keep doing this to myself. This is a terrible train wreck of a TV show, and it's actually quite horrifying. The very first episode of this season, it starts off with Carrie Bradshaw, not the football player, which I think has the same name, but Sarah Jessica Parker, who runs around her gigantic mansion wearing some kind of ball gown so that she can put a stamp on a postcard and run outside and then put it in the mailbox. That's it. That's all that happens, like the whole episode for her. I can't even remember what else she does. That's it. That's all she does. I can't even tell you how unrelatable these characters are. You know, back in the Sex and the City days, at least, you know, they had some kind of hero's quest. They had some kind of problem that needed to be solved. These ladies now, they're like all multimillionaires and they have nothing to do but put a stamp on a postcard and then go outside and figure out what they're going to wear so that they can put the stamp with the postcard in the mailbox. That's it. That's all they do. That's all they do. It's horrific. Oh, there's one other thing she did. She went to the park and wore this huge hat that looked like strawberry shortcake. I don't know why anyone greenlit that decision. Clearly, there's a complete disconnect between the showrunners, and I know that now all of these ladies like Cynthia Nixon and Kristen Davis, they're all executive producers, so it's just completely gone off the rails. The inmates are running the prison or whatever they say. Like, first of all, like Cynthia Nixon, her character Miranda used to have like interesting storylines. Now her storyline, and she said this in an article, she said, "I basically am Miranda now." So she wants it to just tell her own story instead of actually telling a story that for years that the fans have cared about. So they threw away her marriage completely. And now she's running around Times Square with Rosie O'Donnell. I thought Rosie O'Donnell had left the country a few months ago, but apparently she's back and she's running around on And Just Like That. So I don't even know what's going on with that. That's Cynthia Nixon's own story. It has nothing to do with what we've all gotten used to over these years. And then the Charlotte character, who used to, you know, have interesting storylines like about jobs and her multiple marriages and divorces and just things like that. Now all she talks about is her dog, and that's it. She just runs around Central Park with a dog. That's all that happens for her. And it's like, doesn't she have like anything else interesting to say or like at all? There's nothing. She just runs around with this dog. That's it. That's all she does. Samantha is gone and she has remained gone. They were able to negotiate like $1 million for her to spend 2 minutes talking in a taxi at the end of last season, but she has not come back. And I mean, I can see why. This would kill her career. This is just terrible. And they've replaced her with this realtor named Seema, who you can tell is kind of like her. She's larger than life and she's brash, but her storylines are super, super boring. So she's very judgmental. She met this one guy and he offered her some Doritos, and she is so arrogant that she's like, no, no, I can't be with this guy anymore because he gave me Doritos in a van. You know, if someone gave me Doritos, I'd probably marry them because, you know, it's rare that anyone gives me anything. And yet these ladies are such mean girls that, you know, they're super judgmental. They get real angry. Like they spend half of the first episode talking about poor Rosie O'Donnell, about how she likes Tavern on the Green and wants to go see Wicked and likes Times Square just because she's kind of touristy. It's like, oh, I'm sorry, we can't all get into Jean George or wherever these places these ladies go to. You know, they've become like this clique, this like mean girls, and they judge everyone. And if you offer them Doritos or you want to go see Wicked with them, they're going to judge you and think you're a horrible person. And then because you're just not cool enough. And I don't know who these ladies think they are, but they are not cool at all. Then there's this other one, she calls herself Lisa Todd Wexley, but she goes by LTW, which, by the way, is the exact same amount of syllables as Lisa Todd Wexley. She is like, you know, acts like she's Miss Perfect. She runs around wearing like those decorative ball orb things that you find on a coffee table. Like she wears that, and she wears it all day, like while washing dishes and stuff like that. And then her only problem in life is that she hasn't met the first lady yet. That's it. That's her only issue. Like she's like, oh, what am I going to do? I haven't met the first lady. And that's what? What? No. I've never seen a show with characters who are so unrelatable. They have no storylines that anyone really cares about. You know, the show ended, you know, the original Sex and the City. And yes, I was a fan of it. I loved that show. I have all of the seasons. And I watched them so many times that the DVDs are all falling apart. But yeah, I freaking love I don't even those shows. They were great. They had excellent writing. They kept Cynthia Nixon out of the editing room, you know, and they kept the stories were really imaginative. They had an excellent narration line, like narration track over the whole thing, which apparently they're going to bring back because the fans are furious that they didn't. The shows were more concise and they had a theme. They kept the main characters likable, and they had, you know, goals and actual problems they needed to solve, and it was great. And the fashion was just better. Patricia Field was is a genius and did some pretty iconic looks for the Fab Four girls. And now I don't know who they have, but they're becoming more and more outlandish and more just ridiculous. You know, who wears this stuff? No one. I don't care. Don't say they're New York in fashion. They still. I go to New York all the time, and I never see anything like that strawberry shortcake thing and wearing whatever's on your coffee table around your neck. That is ridiculous. The show, I've been watching it for the last two seasons as hate watch. I've been trying to hate watch the show, and then I, you know, talk about it and joke about it later. But I can't even do that anymore because it's just too ridiculous. It's an insult to the fans. It's an insult to my eyes, and I'm not going to do it anymore. So I've given up. I gave it how many decades of this show I've watched. I saw the two movies, which I thought those were okay, but this new reimagining thing is just a complete train wreck, and not the kind that you even want to see. It's just just a huge mess. It is horrific. It is the scariest thing on TV right now, and not in a good way. Not in a good way at all. So anyway, sorry, I just needed to rant about that. This show is awful. Don't waste your time. Don't waste any more of your time. Life is too short for And Just Like That.